It's a series the Patriots dominated the 2 previous decades, winning 35 of 42 meetings with the Bills. But things changed in 2020, and the Bills can make it 4 for 4 this decade. Next.
From the area known as Patriot Place, EA Sports set for football at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Today we've got the holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. Returning it, Isaiah McKenzie. And with a marker down, he's up just past the 25-yard line, but I think they're going to be going backwards. Let's check the call. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
What are you doing?
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 19 carries, 82 yards.
And give him a ton of credit. He's running the ball really well, but I look at those guys up front. That unit is truly playing as just that. Every move that they make, their teammate understands what that move means and what they need to do. And right now, they're starting to grind it out pretty well.
And he's going to have a Bills 1st down as the tackle made just shy of the 30.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Well, these two teams, you might remember, met in Foxborough earlier in the season with the Patriots winning that ball game. So they're trying to win here in Foxborough to capture the season series. They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. So let's take a look here at the key inactives. And, Charles, I guess you get this late in the year, you expect to see some guys populating on this list.
You're exactly right. No one's happy about it, but it really shouldn't be a surprise. So the guys who are playing in their spots, in their stead, they have to step up now and make big plays for their team.
Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. Now Allen. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And he is going to have a Bills 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make. They also don't feel like they get enough credit for dealing out some of the throws the quarterbacks make.
Absolutely. Takes 2 to tango. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. The Bills passing game getting him down the field. They've got another 1st down.
And oftentimes we think about statement drives in the second halves of games, especially in the 4th quarter. But here, it's happening early, a definite statement. They've held on to the ball for a healthy portion of this 1st quarter already, and now after that completion, they're set up 1st and goal.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Works right side into the hands of the tight end, Knox. Touchdown, Bills! Dawson Knox, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bills take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Olszewski going to hold on to this one. Touchback. Time to get our first look at the Patriot offense and quarterback Matt Jones, the rookie out of Alabama, the number 15 overall pick in 2021.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, accentuate the positive. Because that's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Now a dump off here complete, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. That's a game of 3. It's 3rd and 7. Throwing, Jones. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on 3rd down, and you make the home crowd go, shh.
There is a hush indeed. And the AFC's Pro Bowl punter last year, Jake Bailey, on to punt for New England. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Out come the Bills as we take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Allen's throw caught by Sanders. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. On 1st down, Singletary. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here, 2nd down. The last run got a couple, here's 2nd and 8. Working out of the shotgun, here's Allen. And he'll get this underneath to Singletary. And he's got this down to the 35. Here we go. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Allen. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. 2nd and 10. A very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. To throw, it's Allen. He'll get this out wide to Singletary. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 17-yard line. A gain of 18 and a new set of downs.
That's the end of the 1st quarter.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Bills with the football as we start quarter number 2. as they've got it with a 1st and 10. On the give, this is Singletary. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Right back to Singletary on 2nd down. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal. Allen. Toward the pylon, caught. And he is out of bounds here. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. Great footwork there, Charles, to dot the I, stay in bounds, get both feet in. He's probably thinking, though, man, I made a catch like that close to the end zone. I should have scored.
Yeah, there's always a regret when you're that close to the goal line. But let's go back to what you talked about before, getting his feet down. Would you say dotting the I?
That'll be taken in by Beasley. Touchdown, Buffalo.
Touchdown.
Cole Beasley with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0.
Patriots, nothing.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Let's go.
Patriots take over 1st and 10.
The Patriot offense heading back out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And for them right now, not a done deal. They are holding down one of the final 3 wild card spots with 2 weeks to go. But, you know, there are others, Charles, kind of nipping at their heels a bit.
And, Brandon, it's always worth keeping in mind, and I have to keep writing it down for myself. Remember, it's 7 teams in each conference now making the playoffs. So that brings more important games to the end of the season. So, in theory, more teams alive for postseason berth later in the year.
On 2nd and 10, Jones. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Now Jones. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a 1st down. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. These two teams, you may recall, they didn't play each other till late in the year. Their first meeting was not too long ago, back in Week 13. And it was the Patriots who got the win on the road, so they'll look to finish off the sweep here in Foxborough. They'll look to throw again. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a 1st down. They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. Yeah, he's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. 2nd down now. Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. A solid stiff arm. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line.
And that's a run characteristic of Damian Harris. When he touches it, he gets not what's just blocked, but he gets a few more yards as well. He's been dinged up his first 2 years with the Patriots, only 10 starts a year ago. But you have to believe that this coaching staff thinks that he's capable of bigger and better things.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Operating from the gun, Jones. This one to Bourne, and he's got it. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Looking to throw. Jones. It's brought in by Harris. Touchdown, Patriots. Damian Harris with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Patriots have cut it back within a score. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Hey, you're so right because you really need to rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
Folk connects on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. So an 8-play drive covering 80 yards, and it's finished off by a Pats touchdown. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. The Buffalo offense and Devin Singletary heading back out there. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
Really an excellent run. Sidestepping tacklers on his way to a pickup of 8. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
To throw. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And he is going to have a Bills first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Allen going to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Meanwhile, Allen's throw here taken in by Knox.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. The Bills passing game, getting them down the field. They've got another first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over the spot of the placement, so now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
The Patriots with the football here late in this first half. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 45. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. Open man is born. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. Back to throw. Jones. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Another try after the first down sack. Jones. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. On third down, here's Harris. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. The Bills going to take over now late in this first half. And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen. On the left side, he finds Beasley. Not much there, only a yard. Still 9 remaining on second down. Now Allen. Now they go screen. It's complete. Give them 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a third down. A final shot before half for Allen. It's caught by Sanders. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Bills taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. Some critical games going on as teams fight for those final playoff berths. Let's get you around the NFL here in a busy Week 16. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. With that, let's take a look at the next-gen stats for Buffalo in that first half. And their passing game has been the reason why they lead thus far. They've had great success moving the ball through 2 quarters of play. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, they were on the other end of the spectrum in terms of passing efficiency. That's going to need to improve in the second half to come.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Gunnar Olszewski bringing it out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Well, the Patriots taking over to start quarter number 3. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Jones. That's complete into the hands of Myers. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. And incomplete on the deep ball. 2nd and 10. Off play action. Jones. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Here's Allen to throw it. And he finds Beasley, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. To the air, Allen. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 18 more yards there and another 1st down.
Not only they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now Allen. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Now flags will come in. One of the Bills got going a little early. Darrell Williams, right tackle, the guilty party. A bad false start penalty there. Now 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Allen. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. Here's Allen. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
Get him, boy! Get him, boy!
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And this is going to be incomplete. Fine work by the Patriot D there, and it's 4th down. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting 3.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that could all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
Olszewski going to hold on to this one. Touchback. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing, Jones. Over the middle, complete. That's Myers. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 34.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw. Jones. And that, nearly picked off. Well, it would have been a great time for their first interception of the game. Instead, it's 2nd down. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Now Jones from the gun on 3rd down. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another 1st down.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage. Got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride. And he was able to run free after the catch.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 38. Now flags come in. Looked like one of the Patriots might have moved. So that'll back him up 5. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Open man right side, Myers. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the 1st down. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down.
I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker that the defense almost relaxed and said, we've got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the 4th down.
For the Patriots, a 47-10.
And Folk's kick is good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10.
So 3 points, maybe not a grand prize at this stage, but it does get them back within one score.
It certainly does, because now they stay within shouting distance, so that means everyone on your sideline stays engaged in this game. They know they still have a shot.
Isaiah McKenzie now on the return.
And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
Let's go.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
Big Christian Barmore was there on the tackle. Allen's throw here pulled in by Beasley.
A nice little juke. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll run on first down. Singletary, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense, and they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. Nifty move. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They will run with Singletary. Able to power through. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
51 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the fourth quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
Cole Beasley, the intended target. Allen, and it's third down.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
That one hurts a bit. That was a golden opportunity to possibly put this one on ice, but he comes up empty.
And how big of a miss might that turn out to be? Stay tuned. There's still time left on the clock. This could be critical.
Still a one-score game. Had he hit that, it would have been 2 scores. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And still just down 1 score. We'll see how big of a role that missed field goal plays, because it, of course, could have pushed this to a 2-possession deficit for them.
Now the throw here complete on the right sideline. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Now Jones. And he's got his target, Harris. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 21 yards. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Kendrick Bourne, the intended receiver.
And that'll bring up 2nd down. Complete. It's Henry. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. And that his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Tyler Matakevich. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Jones. Oh, no, he lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills, and they will take over at the 26-yard line.
I know one thing. The team that had the ball and was driving, they're going to feel horrible. But the team that was on defense, I think we got to give them a little bit of credit, able to hang in there and force a key turnover.
In the red zone, though, had a chance to tie it and an opportunity missed. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Here's Allen following the fumble recovery. This ball complete to the tight end, Sweeney.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
On play action, Allen. Going deep for Diggs. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Going deep for Diggs. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the Patriots take over.
So now Jones and the Patriots
trailing 17-10, a minute 51 on the clock. They've won 3 in a row, but they've got work to do if they want to get a 4th in a row as they come up on 1st down.
Jones.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught.
Now Jones.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Mario Addison in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. It's caught. Smith. Oh, he sheds himself free. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. Clock rolling here, about to hit 30 seconds. He's going to take a shot for the end zone, and that is incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
Jones.
Letting one go deep for the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Bills are going to get the football back. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. Now a timeout called for by the defense
as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And they will take a knee here. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. And they take a knee. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through, and they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Bills, it's a critical win for them as it gets them to 9-6 on the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, they'll be guaranteed a finish of no better than 500 as they drop to 7-8. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against Jacksonville.